Over £500,000 raised for charity. 14,000 people fed in welfare feeding sessions. Over 6,000 people visited in care homes and hospitals. Nearly 10 tons of food and clothes donated to charity. 25,000 trees planted. 167,000 leaflets distributed about the true Islam. 360,000 minutes of videos watched on our YouTube channel. The MKA Year in Review 2017.
जब दहरियत के दम से मसमूम थी फिजाएं.
As has now become traditional, the first major event of the Majlis Khataman-Nabiyyin year is the Poppy Appeal. The Ahmadiyya Muslim youth members across the country participate in poppy collections in large numbers. This year, £58,000 was raised for the Poppy Appeal. A packed-out December kicked off with the Ahmadiyya Muslim Research Association's annual conference held in Beth al-Wahid Mosque, where over 80 members gathered to discuss cutting-edge scientific research. This year's national football tournament was held at Cranford Community College's indoor dome that is used by QPR's football club's academies and hosted by the Middlesex region. Over 26 teams across the country attended the event. December saw the first of the tree planting sessions of the Khadam year. Around 300 Khadam and Atfal from 8 regions participated in this session, which took place in Langley Vale Wood, which is England's first World War centenary wood. A number of further tree planting sessions would be held throughout the year, resulting in a staggering 25,000 trees being planted during the year. At the end of December, the Ahmadiyya Muslim youth embarked on their usual seasonal activities, visiting hospitals and care homes across the country, with over 1,567 people being visited during the winter period. Each January begins with the Ahmadiyya Muslim youth going out into their localities and cleaning up the litter caused due to the New Year's Day celebrations. This year's litter picking sessions were held in a total of 28 locations, and approximately 2,500 man-hours were spent in cleaning up Britain. One of the main events held in January was the Guideen Forum, which was held in the serene location of Jamia. February saw local ijtimas held across the country. The theme for the ijtima this year was the Holy Quran, and the local ijtimas this year had a variety of innovative activities on show. February also saw the continuation of the Abdus Salam Academy. This is a very exciting event where Atfal get to participate in a number of interesting workshops, including computer coding, microbiology and engineering. Tuesday the 28th of February marked a historic day in the history of the Majlis, as Majlis Khataman-Nabiyyin purchased its first headquarters in the UK. The site, situated in Farnham, is a modern office building fully kitted out for immediate use. March saw the Ahmadiyya Muslim Youth Association's participation in the Great British Spring Clean. The initiative gained significant coverage in the press and also wonderful feedback from community members. Another new feature for Majlis Khataman-Nabiyyin this year was the Ahmadiyya Muslim Youth Association lecture series, which featured a series of lectures delivered by journalists, commentators and academics on a range of topical issues. Over 200 Atfal from Canada visited London to meet and spend time near Huzur. This was a historic trip which will live forever in the lifetimes of the Atfal who visited. This would be followed up in May by over 300 Khadam from the US visiting. On Wednesday the 22nd of March, a tragic and horrific terrorist incident took place outside the Houses of Westminster. Unfortunately, 4 people were killed as a result. The Ahmadiyya Muslim youth were at the forefront in condemning this terrorist attack and at the same time propagating the true message of Islam. In April, it was time for the Jamia Spring Retreat, an opportunity for our youngsters aged between 14 to 19 to spend a week at Jamia learning about the true teachings of Islam and Ahmadiyyat. Towards the end of April and beginning of May saw the thrilling Majlis Khataman-Nabiyyin UK cricket tournament. In what turned out to be an edge-of-the-seat final match between Beth al-Noor and the Ansar team, the final went down to the last overs, with Beth al-Noor team upholding the honour of Khadam, winning in the last few balls of the match. May was all about the Mercy for Mankind Charity Challenge. This is a series of charity events that the Ahmadiyya Muslim Youth Association holds throughout the year for various charities, the aim of this year being to raise £500,000 for charity. May saw the activities including the 24-hour football fundraiser, the Mercy for Mankind in Scotland event, the Atfal charity walks across the country, and the Football for Peace match held in Milton Keynes. The month of Ramadan this year was in May and June. In this holy month, the Ahmadiyya Muslim youth, in accordance with Islamic teachings, set up charitable activities. As such, there was a concerted Ramadan campaign across the country which focused on homeless feeding sessions, charitable giving, and visits to the sick and elderly during the month. On the 14th of June, the nation was left in a state of shock and grief as we witnessed the tragedy of the fire at Grenfell Tower. The response of the Ahmadiyya Muslim Youth Association was immediate. July saw a historic event in the history of the Majlis as the Ahmadiyya Muslim youth went to Kirkcaldy in Scotland in an effort to spread the true message of Islam to the entire populace. In just a week's time, they had visited 90% of the households in the area, in total delivering 12,000 leaflets. Some of the key highlights in the week included an Eid dinner, exhibitions, walk-in cafe, leafleting, charitable work, a Ride for Peace bike ride from Glasgow to Kirkcaldy, and an interfaith conference. July also saw a huge volunteer effort involving hundreds of Ahmadiyya Muslim youth across the country to help set up and assist in the running of the Jalsa Salana UK. August saw the flagship charity event of the year for the Majlis, the Mercy for Mankind Charity Challenge. This year, the challenge was held in the most stunning of locations, Derwent Water in the Lake District. The challenge this year was a half marathon of 13 miles, covering a circular route of the Lake District. After the event, a separate function was also held in a local church hall for locals and dignitaries of the area. This year's National Ijtima 2017 was held in the country market at Alton. The theme of the Ijtima this year was the Holy Quran. The Ijtima stood out for its many innovative and new features that attracted Khuddam and Atfal alike. And finally, the year came to a close with the National Shura, where representatives of each Qiyadat in the country met to discuss and propose plans for the continued success of the Majlis. The Shura also featured a special presentation to those Khuddam who were moving on to Ansarullah and had served the Majlis with distinction.